So I thought I'd start a new map. I saw some pretty famous YouTubers playing it, and I was frustrated by the way they were doing it. Enjoy the sunlight and fresh air, folks, because it's going to be a very long time before we see it again. We are going to be 200 blocks underwater, spawning inside of a little glass and stone dome with minimal supplies. If you thought starting out in a regular world on survival was difficult, well, you try this one, because every piece of wood, every piece of coal, you're risking your life to get it. We don't have any tools to dig with or to mine with. We don't have any charcoal or coal. We have just a few basic things that we can't possibly get unless we were on the surface: some spider webs, a fishing pole, one grass block, a notebook to put a record of our accomplishments in, piece of sugar cane. This is a crosscut of what the map looks like. We spawn near a jungle biome that's underwater, so there's a lot of jungle wood out there, but I'm not kidding. You're risking your life, everything you do, just to dig some dirt blocks, just to get to some wood. Everything you do is really dangerous. I'm not going to read all the challenges. I put up screenshots of them so that you can pause the video and look at them yourself. This is about the last we can do from inside where there's air. So there's no animals, there's no plants, there's no grass. The only trees we have are the ones in the pots, the little saplings in the pots. I'm starting out trying to grow some grass blocks as quickly as possible because, well, you know, it's useful. Can't reach anything from inside anymore. I'm trying not to dig out the ones on the sides because I'm building a shelter. I'm also having to edit, in post-edit, increase the brightness, so sometimes the interior will look a little too bright if it's connected to parts that are outside, because you would not be able to see this video as it is. In fact, you'll see at the end of the video I changed texture packs because I'm having difficulty seeing. This is a Coterie Craft texture pack, and I'm going to switch over to Sortex Fanver, partly because you can consider this cheating if you want. The water is transparent. It'll be a lot easier for me to see. I had a great deal of difficulty operating in this map. You can easily drown just from collecting one block of dirt from 4 blocks deep. Now, I've played this map through, well, not through. I've played this map pretty far one time already. I had a tower built probably 3/4 of the way to the surface. I was at over 150 blocks high. I had really good buildings, glass-covered buildings. There's lots of sand nearby. Like I said, there's a jungle biome nearby for wood to get you started, that sort of thing. I had a really elaborate setup, a beautiful tree farm. My sugar cane was doing well. I had a great fishing pond. Everything was going fine. And I decided to go outside and explore. This is under the house. I suggest it because mobs don't spawn close to you. So the closer you are to your house when you don't have any light, the better off you are. There's a big pile of sand in the direction I was just facing, where my back is now. So it was beautiful and elaborate, and I was getting close to the surface. And I went out swimming, and I did something very stupid. I know the trick about using torches against a block. You place them underwater, and you can get a breath. The problem is the area I was in, there were no places where the blocks were 2 blocks tall so that I could place a torch and breathe. See, if you dig from underneath, you can get to the jungle wood. It's tricky. But you see there's a lot of it there if you can just get to it. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I went out swimming to go exploring because from my tower I could see something, a small blue block way off in the distance. Not way off, because obviously I could see it, But I thought, well, I'll go to that. And I tried digging to it, and apparently I had dug too far because when I got on my tower again, I saw that the new glass dome I'd built trying to get to it was farther than the blue block. So I decided I'd go swimming, that it would be easier to locate whatever that was. I thought it was a block of lapis or blue wool. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Excuse me. But like I said, I went swimming without taking dirt blocks or cobblestone or anything with me to place torches against to breathe. This is me building a fishing area. I tried fishing from one block of water. I tried fishing from outdoors. Through the door. I tried fishing from 4 blocks of water, and my fishing pole kept getting caught in the dirt. And of course, it takes damage and it would break. And with only 4 spider webs and whatever wood I can collect to start out with, I can't afford to squander fishing poles. Anyway, I went out swimming. Of course, this fishing business took a lot longer than what you're seeing here. I've edited this because is there anything more boring than watching somebody fish? So I tried swimming to it. I couldn't find a place to put a block to breathe. This was after I'd found what the thing was. And I'm not going to tell you where it was because that's a spoiler, but it was a chest. The reason it looked blue was because it was surrounded by water. The chest formed an air block with spilling water all the way around it, and it appeared blue from on top of my tower. Inside the chest, there were spawn eggs for just about everybody. This is under the house again. I'm clearing out underneath the dome, so it'll be deep enough to plant trees and do whatever else I need. The stone you see on the top is the outline of the dome itself because the dome has a stone floor. So it kind of gives you a guide where to dig and where not to dig. Starting to get paranoid that mobs might start spawning. It's very dark under there. I don't have any torches. I don't know how far away I am from spawn and mobs. I don't remember the distance that mobs start spawning in away from you. So the farther out I started digging, the more paranoid I was getting. Okay, so I found the chest and I found all the spawn eggs. I had with me a good sword, just stone, maybe iron, I don't know. Stone, I believe. I had some armor. No, I had iron, everything. And I had all the spawn eggs and some other stuff. And I was heading towards something else. I saw weird colored blocks in a canyon-like area. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, is that pumpkins? Because you know I love jack-o'-lanterns. So I don't get lost and I can see them easily. And jack-o'-lanterns underwater, are you kidding me? So I started swimming toward them, and I could not find a spot that was 2 blocks tall to place a torch. I was digging out a piece of dirt to try to build a 2 block tall place, started drowning, kept digging, and I died. By the time I got back, because it's so hard to swim underwater, it was so hard to see where the area was. By the time I got back, only 2 sets of spawn eggs existed, and that was chickens and ocelots. And I didn't really need ocelots because this is a jungle biome, and 2 ocelots had already spawned. So I died. And I went back and I started playing the game again, and I realized I didn't even know what those eggs were. I hadn't even had time to look because I was so busy trying not to drown. So yeah, I managed to dig it out under there, and now I've got me a tree, and things are going well. So I finally, even with all the towers and all the buildings and all the progress and all the iron, and I found an underwater abandoned mine shaft and lots of resources, and my tower was almost to the surface. I could see stars. I could see in the sky there are structures up there, artificial structures, not clouds. I can tell the difference between them and the clouds. But I abandoned it all and I restarted the game because I wanted to see what those spawn eggs were. Because in the promo video for this map, it shows a chicken swimming on the surface. So I just thought, well, if I just keep looking around, I'll find an island or something and there will be animals and I'll have what I need. And, you know, I've got sugar cane, but what am I going to do for cows? And, well, it turns out that without those spawn eggs, apparently it's going to be very difficult or maybe impossible to locate any animals. And there's not a lot of animals I need. I mean, I've got a bed as long as it doesn't get destroyed. I should have a place to spawn. But without cattle, without chickens for feathers for arrows, and food, easier food than fishing. Oh my gosh. I mean, I love fish, but fishing. So you see my grass is spread. I've already grown one tree. Now I'm planting the other saplings, which as of the time I logged off have not grown yet, but the tree farm will be expanding, obviously. And I haven't even tried to plant the jungle sapling. I need something really deep and well lit before I even worry about the jungle sapling. Eventually, I'd like to grow jungle saplings 4 thick so that they grow really, really tall. And I don't know if I also think if I grow them 4 thick and they grow really, really tall, they might actually spawn with vines on them. Vines would be extremely useful here. Here's a spawn egg for chickens. And I think I just showed you in the chest, I've got 2 villagers, 2 cows, 2 sheep, 2 chickens, 2 ocelots, and what other animal? 2 pigs. 2 pigs. I think that's it. And I'm lining the whole thing with cobblestone because the first time I played, I got just far enough away that when I came back to this grassy area, which was a lot bigger by then, a creeper had spawned. I left it alone and it went away, and when I came back it was gone. But yeah, and the abandoned mine shaft too, and I don't want them following me up and exploding my house. So welcome to Atlantis. Let's see how it goes. So far, I've killed it once. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.